So today we are going to talk about single slit diffraction experiment which can be done at home. So here is a material used. First we need laser. So I used a laser which was there in a slide changer. You can also get such kind of laser in toy lasers, keychain lasers. Then slit assembly. To create a quick slit assembly, I made use of a nail cutter. This slit has been created using clay, that molding clay that we get, and I stuck it to this nail cutter. I just couldn't find anything that will stand on its own, so you can be innovative and take any kind of stand that you have at home. I also tried initially using the magnet, but the magnet was so strong that both blades were trying to go to the center of the magnet. So it didn't work out for me. But if you have a less powerful magnet, then even that can be done. Then next is screen. So I used a writing board on which I stuck A4 paper. I chose A4 paper because for that dimension is known to me. This horizontal is 21.0 centimeters, and at last you will need a measuring tape to measure the distance from this blade, that is our slit, to the screen. So here you can see that this was my final assembly when single slit was being illuminated by red laser. Just to elevate it, I used a cardboard box. So this is my final assembly. This is the screen. The distance between single slit to the screen was measured using a tape which is 172.5 centimeters, and the diode laser has a wavelength of 635 nanometer. This is the same enlarged pattern, the pattern that you are able to see on the screen. So this is just the zoomed in version of the same. So now I will also be showing you how to analyze this on tracker. But before getting into the detail of that, let us have a look at, here I am not going to start from definition of diffraction. Rather we will straight away jump to the equation of diffraction. The diffraction equation is given by A sine theta equals m lambda, where m can vary from plus minus 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is equation for dark fringes. So now if I have, let me draw one diagram over here. So this is a slit on which wavefront is reaching. This is the screen where we are going to observe diffraction pattern. The pattern that we are going to get will have a particular intensity profile, a maxima in the center, and then successive maximas will have the nature so that the width of the maxima and also the separation between the maxima will keep on decreasing. This part we will be doing using tracker. So if I join the lines, the distance from slit to the screen, let us call it x, and as this is equation for dark fringes, so these are the minimas. 1, so this is plus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, these ones. Similarly on the upward side, plus 2, plus 3 and so on. So I will be joining center of the slit to the minima position. This is the theta. So for this sine of theta, this theta is very small. So we can say that sine theta is nearly equal to theta, which is given by arc upon radius. So here theta 1 would be this distance, the red one that I have drawn is y1. Then if I take another distance, that is from center to the second minima, that we can call y2 and so on. So we can write theta equals ym upon x, x being the distance from obstacle to the screen. Let us substitute equation 2 in 1. Then we can write a ym by x equal to m times lambda. And now we need our final expression. So for that, our final expression would be, we want it in the form of a. So our aim is to calculate a, that is the slit width. A will be equal to x m lambda by y m. So here x is known to us, distance between obstacle to the screen. M is order, that is also known to us. Lambda is wavelength, known to us. And ym, that is the separation of mth minima from the center, that we are going to calculate using tracker. So let us now move to tracker. So this is our tracker interface. So first we will open the file open, and my file is in here, it's in JPEG format. So this is the file. Now before tracking this intensity profile of single slit pattern, we need to calibrate. That means we need to define that from this end to this end my distance is how much, so that it can calculate the distance between these minimas. So as you can see, with the motion of mouse you can read this x and y is also changing. So right now it is calibrated with respect to pixel. Now we need to calibrate it with respect to the size of this page. So whatever works for you. I mean, you can also have 2 points which you have drawn using ruler and of known length, but as the image will be taken in dark, it's better to measure the paper length instead. So 2 ways to do it. Either you have this, you click on this, say new and calibration stick. Same option can be chosen from track new, and you go to the last calibration tool and say calibration stick. So I have clicked calibration stick. My first point is over here. So you have to press shift and click. So this is my first point. To end, you have to again shift click to mark. So I want edge to edge of the page. This is my calibration stick. If you need, you can also zoom in. In order to zoom in, you need to use this magnifying lens. Do 100% and then left click and drag. I just want to ensure that end of my calibration stick is exactly where I need. So let me shift it a bit, and similarly now I want to go on the left hand side, and here also I want to adjust it a bit, and again click fit. Now here this size is, it's a A4 page, so it is 21.0 centimeters, and press enter. Now it's asking, do we need to change the unit to centimeters? Click yes, and now calibration is done. We don't need this stick now, so we can click on this calibration stick and say first thing it is locked, and other thing now we want this to become invisible. Second thing that we need is axis. So you can have axis from this coordinate axis. So this we want to keep at the center of our pattern. Click on 100% again to readjust, and here we will need a bit of adjustment with respect to inclination, because as you can see in my image, that inclination is not that good. So I want to adjust it a bit. So now as you can see, my pattern was a bit tilted, so I tilted my axis as well. And let us again check with 100% whether this thing is at the center or not. So I think, yeah, it's fairly at the center. So now let us fit it. Axis is done. So click on axis here and again locked, and we don't want it so invisible. So now we did two things. One, we calibrated this page, and another thing, we gave it coordinate axis. Now the next thing we are going to do is track. So click on track, new. For mechanical experiments you are using mostly point mass, but here we are going to use line profile. So click on that, you will get a line profile. Press shift on your keyboard, this will turn into a box. Click on the portion where you want to start tracking, click, and then leave that shift, and now left click and drag till you want this. So now what we have created is a single pixel line which is tracking the intensity profile for this diffraction pattern. You can also see the same happening over here. Right hand side, x-axis is our distance, which is now defined in centimeters because it is calibrated, and y-axis is intensity, that is defined in luma. Now here one important tip is here. Also again we can increase the size. Okay. So now if you want to adjust, you just need to bring it to this hand and drag. Now this spread 0 means right now it's a 1 pixel wide line. So you are just tracking single line. If we want to track more number of pixels, then let me write 10. So you can see that now this has been converted in the form of a box, and this will give us a better judgment about the minima position. So if again, if required, I can drag it. So tracking is done. Now we can double click it, because what we want is, we want to measure the separation. So double click, this will open, and now click on measure and say coordinates. Analysis we don't want, we just want coordinates. So wherever you will keep your cursor, you can measure now x position and luma position. Intensity we are not bothered about right now. Right now we are going to look at the minima position. So this is my first minima position on left hand side. So now you can see that our center is actually coming at 0. This is minima for +1. So you have to note down this reading. Okay. So from here, this is our observation table for this experiment. What we need is, if you remember, so for observation table we will need the value of ym, x, lambda and m in order to calculate a. We will need order, y plus m position, minus m position, average, and this equation that we just wrote. So let us write few values. Order 1, as you can see here, I can very clearly see first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So till 5 I can take the value. As you see on the left hand side, 0.37. For left position, it is 0.41. We are taking mod. I can also write here mod as well. So no need to consider the sign. For second, negative. Let me write first left hand side only. 1.15, 4, 1.53 and 5, 1.92. Let us go to the right hand side. First one we already have written. So second, 0.77, third, 1.13, 1.51 and 1.87. So as you see here, these values are fairly close. This is the indicator that we have placed origin at a correct point. So now let us calculate its average also. We will restrict to the second place of decimal only. So this will be 0.58, 0.77, 1.14, 1.52, and this would be 1.90. Now as you can see from the pattern that the values and the minimas are nicely separated when you are going second order onwards. So as the intensity is decaying, the nature is better visible and better matching to the ideal pattern. The nature should be ideally like as it is coming for the higher order, but because of too high intensity of laser, it is not that good for first minimas. So for calculation purpose, it is better to start with second order. So even though we calculated, it is better to exclude this result for calculation of slit width, because there we might make a bad judgment about the position of minima because the intensity is suddenly changing. But here from the second order onwards, you can see the change that is gradual. So let us calculate now the values. When we do this experiment in lab, this might not happen because of the better quality of laser. So let us substitute Y2. So for Y2 we will be having A equals 2 into 635 nanometers, so in centimeter 10 to the power minus 7. X is 172.5, again in centimeters, divided by Ym. So Ym is 2, so 0.77. So this will give us A equal to, so the answer I got is 0.028 centimeters or 0.28 mm. So here this better to write this in mm. So this is 0.28. Similarly, this is the calculation that I have shown for order 2. So let us do for the other orders as well. 2, 8, again fourth order, again 0.28, and last fifth order, again 0.28. Now depending upon the alignment, you might get some values which are not exactly as mine. So it is better idea to write A average, but here average is also 0.28. millimeter. So this is how to do single slit diffraction at home. So we calculated this slit width for this blade, and we found out from the experiment that this is 0.28 mm. Thank you.